Hey everybody, Krazyeye here, and I'm going to show you a quick guide how to expand your hard drive space for your Xbox One. Now we know that majority of us owns a Xbox One with 500 gigabytes internal hard drive capacity. Now by this time there are so many games out that you should be close to running out of space. At least for me. Every game you have to install it, so that's at least some games are like 20 gigabytes, so it adds up. So anywho, what I'm trying to show you is not the typical way. The typical way is just buying an external hard drive with the USB 3.0 and you can just plug it in and voila, it works. It works. But guess what? It can be a little bit more costly than what I'm about to show you because my method is more budget friendly. So my method is if you have a internal 2.5 inch, which is a laptop internal hard drives laying around available, there's a chance that you can use that to your Xbox One as an additional storage. And I'm about to show you right now. Okay, so here I have a internal, the 2.5 inch laptop hard drive. Now, the one that I have is a Seagate laptop 500 gigabytes 2.5 inch hard drive. Now some of the detailed specs that I think is very important to work with Xbox One is that you need something that's more faster, that's actually compatible with the USB 3.0. Has to be USB 3.0 because if it's not, it will only save like game saves and videos and photos and blah blah blah, all that good stuff. But you have to have a USB 3.0 in order to install game to it. Now, every game you buy, every game you play or insert into your Xbox One, it's gonna go through the installation. The size is not small, it's like over 20 gigs sometimes. So, USB 3.0 is very, very important. You wanna have that compatible with your internal hard drive. Having said that, what my specs, the specs for this internal hard drive is 7,200 RPM, SATA 6 gigabytes per second, and the buffer size of 32 megabytes in cache. And I'm currently using it right now. I just took it apart to show you guys. This thing works flawless. You cannot tell the speed. Seriously, you cannot distinguish between the internal, which comes with the Xbox One, versus this additional, the external one that I'm about to show you that plugs into USB 3.0. I installed so many games in here. It runs flawless. There's no lag, no additional loading time, none of that. So this is my recommendation, and I'll put up the link and I'll put up the description in my channel or underneath the video, so that if you guys are interested in buying this, you can go ahead and purchase it. And the best part is the price for this right now is $39.77 on Amazon. It's pretty cheap for 500 gigabytes. Which you expand the total storage to 1 terabyte. I think it's a pretty good price. So that's my recommendation for the hard drive part. There's the next thing you need is some kind of adapter to convert the SATA, the 6 gigabytes per second, to USB 3.0. Now, what I have purchased was this little adapter by Sabrent, and the exact title for this was Sabrent USB 3.0 to SSD or 2.5 inch SATA hard drive adapter. That's a mouthful, and I'll have that description written underneath with the link so you guys can purchase it if you're interested. Now what this does, very simple. You don't need any additional power to run the laptop, the 2.5 inch hard drive. I think that is the reason why the 2.5 works, because you don't need additional power source. I think 3.5 regular desktop hard drive size, you need an additional power source to run that. But this, luckily, you don't need it. Plug that in, you're ready to go. So, having said that, you'll plug that in to where the SATA, the cable is, and once you plug it in, this part USB goes into, obviously the USB port, either side of the Xbox or the behind the Xbox. So you plug it in, and as soon as you plug it in, you turn on your Xbox, go to your settings, go under the storage, and it will detect it. It will know. It will say, hey, I found the additional storage, blah, blah, blah. It's not formatted to the Xbox compatibility, blah, blah, blah. yes or no, and you yes, it goes through a little reformat, make it compatible, and I believe after that the available space is like around like 400, I don't know, 60, 50 gigabytes. So then boom, there it is. You can start moving some games here and there. You can start installing games in there, and it works awesome. You cannot tell the difference between this and the internal, the Xbox, the hard drive speed. Okay, oh, before I move on, I forgot to mention this cable, this adapter cable, it's not, the price right now is $9.99. $9.99. If you add that up, it's a little below 50 bucks. Seriously, it's a little below 50 bucks. And you can get this. And one thing I learned is that do not even bother choosing the solid state drive, because there are many studies, even YouTube video, IGN, Gizmodo, one of the top gadget sites I always check out. They did a test, and a solid state drive versus SATA, you know, the 6.0 gigabytes per second, there's not much of a speed difference of loading time versus all that good stuff. So I won't even bother spending extra $100 just to get a like 250 gigabytes space solid state drive, while you can get a 500 gigabytes for like $39. So this is what I recommend. Now, having said all that, you could finish right here. This could be the end. You could leave it here, but I went one step further, and one step further is I want to make it a little bit legit. You know, external. If you buy that pre-built, all that pre-built external hard drive, it comes with a nice casing. This is a bare hard drive. I mean, look at that. It's, you know, it's not flimsy or anything, but just kind of something is missing. So what I did was I went to eBay and bought a little case to fit this bad boy in. And guess how much I spent? $1.77. $1.77. I'll also put up that link underneath the video, the description, so that if you guys are interested, you guys can also buy it. And to show you, boom, there it is. I mean, look at this. This is very simple. Look at that. I mean, it's rubber. It's rubber. And what it does is, I mean, this bad boy just fits right in here. I'll do it right now because I need to put it back in anyways. So here, sure, it doesn't hurt the hard drive. It just adds a little cushion, and just makes it look better. And you can hide it underneath the Xbox if you have a little shelf system, whatever. And the cool thing is, all these vent holes right here. So I mean, it's not going to heat up. It gets a little warm, like very little bit. I mean, and you got all the ports right there. And you plug it in, boom, done. Game over. There you go, guys. That was my recommendation. And quickly, I'm going to switch over the video, and I'll show you how I set this up in my Xbox. And I'll just show you like live footage, not live footage, just a video footage of what that looks like in a second. Okay, so this is how I set up my the hard drive that I just showed you guys. So here we go, and it's hard to see, so I got my flashlight. So there is that hard drive right there, and you can see there's a light. That means, you know, obviously it's connected, and then, you know, it's supplying the power also. And you follow the cable, just kind of right like this. There it is, right there. This bad boy right there is hooked right there, and that is a USB 3.0. And once you do that, it will start blinking, and it will ask you, it won't ask you, you just have to go to settings and go under storage, and it will automatically detect that there's something hooked, like a additional storage unit has been hooked to the device, and it will ask you to reformat. You do it. I mean, it takes just maybe a minute top, and boom, when it's done, you can start transferring or downloading games straight to your additional hard drive. And to show you, I have my Xbox turned on, obviously, and here it is. Here it is under settings. I'm going to quickly to storage, and here we go. That is my internal. That is my internal. This, it says external, but this is actually USB thumb drive, and I'm just storing music and videos, random stuff. Boom, there it is. That's my external. So I bought a 500 gigabytes. And actually, I have about available space is 466 gigabytes of space. I've already used 275 gigabytes. So, yep, there it is. It works great. And to know for sure if it's able to, if you think that to double check if the game is able to install on your hard drive, right there, that games and app. If you see that, that means you can install it. Here, no. If you get a USB 2.0 or it doesn't have that USB 3.0 capability, you will get this kind of storage. You cannot install any games. Internal, boom, same thing. External, yay. So there you go, guys. That is my quick setup, and I hope this helped. And if you guys have any questions about hard drive type or cable or whatever, leave me a comment and I'll try to answer it as best I can. And this is the budget-friendly upgrade for your the hard drive expansion. This is Krazyeye, and I'm out.